Excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Mean Gene, the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
What up, y'all? It's KM86 Ninja in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe, and this is the New World Podcast, brother. Happy New Year! We are here. We're going to talk about Raw Day 1, January 1st, 2024. Michael Cole, Wade Barrett on commentary. We're in San Diego, California, and the Royal Rumble is on January 27th. Talk about a packed Monday Night Raw. We started off with Becky Lynch versus Nia Jax after being welcomed by Cole and Wade Barrett. This match was awesome. Not the outcome I thought it was going to be, but Nia Jax got the win. She got that ass. She got Becky's ass. And I think this was a necessary win for Nia Jax just because she's been climbing up that hill, trying. And I think her beating Becky was a good call. It definitely sets who she is. Like, Becky's really not hurt from this loss, but, Nia Jax needed this because Nia Jax is, I think, really needed this win. That's just my thing. Next up, we have Shinsuke and a Cody package, because Cody comes out afterwards and talks about finishing his story, and Shinsuke gets on the screen in awesome anime, awesome style, like just manga style on the screen and everything with Shinsuke, and Shinsuke says, no, we're not going to do this now. We'll do this next week. So we got Cody Rhodes versus Shinsuke Nakamura next week, and I am excited. I am very, very excited. Kofi Kingston with Jey Uso versus Imperium. Yeah. Not what I expected. Vinci got hurt. They showed where Vinci got hurt on the screen. Ref stopped the match because Vinci got clocked by Kofi. And everyone was like, oh, okay. Then the best part about it is when they did the playback and they showed it on the screen, then Kofi was like, oh, my bad. Yeah, I clocked poor Vinci right in the head, and they had to stop this match when I'm okay with that. I think it's the health of the wrestlers first over, trying to be tough through it because it could be eventually worse. But Vinci walked out on his own, so that's good. We'll see what happens there. But Kofi and Jay got the win just because of the ref stoppage. Holiday Tour package, CM Punk on Holiday Tour beating Dom's ass. Great receptions from the Madison Square Garden show. We got a Rhea Ripley and Ivy Nile package, and shows afterwards shows Ivy is with Alpha Academy and the Creed brothers, because this is a big match for her, a really big match. Also to showcase her skills in that ring, especially to the Raw crowd, the main crowd. Miz TV with the Judgment Day doesn't happen. R-Truth comes out. I don't know what the hell this was, but this was entertainment. This was purely fucking funny. We got a little Jimmy reference. Dom and JD come out. They're like, you're not part of Judgment Day. Then R-Truth's like, wait, I beat you, JD, so you're out. And Miz gets on. He's like, yeah, you're out. That was the whole thing. So, but it sets up R-Truth and Miz, the Awesome Truth, go back there, versus Dom and JD McDonough. The match was okay, but best part about it was R-Truth was like trying to tag Dom. He was trying to go into the other corner. Everything was confusing. Then the JD grabs Miz, and he's like, hit him. Fine, then you want to be part of Judgment Day, hit Miz. He's like, I'm sorry, Miz, I love you. Like some Shawn Michaels stuff to Ric Flair. And, of course, Miz ducks, hits JD, then and R-Truth throws JD to Miz. And after they get the big win, R-Truth the whole time's winking at Dom, like, I got you. Just pure silliness. Chelsea and Piper Niven are at Kaden and Katana's party. They're at the club. Everyone's dancing and whatnot, but Chelsea and Piper says, hey, we got a rematch coming up, and it's next week. We're skipping the line because we feel that's what's going to happen. I'm hoping Chelsea and Piper get back to championship because I'm not really, I like Kaden and Katana. I just don't think that it's just too soon to give them championships. That, all we've seen is them dancing with it, Women's World Championship, Ivy Nile versus Rhea Ripley. talk about a showcase, man. Ivy Nile really taking it to the champ. But, of course, Rhea Ripley got the win. Headbutt. Ivy Nile, I got to say, she showed off in this match, and it was a really good, showcase because even the crowd was like, this is awesome. And I'm like, fuck yeah, this is awesome. I got Seth backstage getting ready. And, of course, now the big tease of the night. A former champion, a former WWE champion is going to show up. And they got us. It was a swerve. They had Jinder Mahal come out and everyone stand up for the former champion. And it's the modern day Maharaja. And here comes Jinder Mahal. Everyone was like, oh, even I was like, oh, okay. Well, then I was like, oh, wait, this has to be a swerve, right? Like, they got us, right? And boom, you smell what The Rock is cooking? Oh, my gosh, huge. The Rock is back on Monday Night Raw. Fun, right? Fun. Rock makes fun of him, calling him a jackass. We're talking to Iron Sheik, Bubba, all this great stuff. And then out of nowhere, The Rock just, after he says he does this thing, he does his shtick. Not only is The Rock back, he said something that made the whole entire wrestling world go on its head. Is he tells the crowd, after he does everything, he looks at the crowd and goes, hey, I'm going to go eat after this. Should The Rock get a booth? Should The Rock eat at the bar? Or should The Rock sit at the head of the table? Shockwaves through the wrestling community. Holy shit, The Rock versus Roman Reigns has been something that's been teased for a while. Also, too, everyone is jumping on like, oh man, what about Cody? Cody's supposed to finish his story, right? Right? So what does this mean? Do we get Roman, Randy at Rumble, and at Elimination Chamber we get Rock and Roman, and then we get Cody and Roman at WrestleMania, or does that not work? And Triple A, that line was said for a reason. That line wasn't just like, hey, Rock, you go out there, just say this, see what the crowd does. No, the Triple H is smarter than that. He's like, let's lay the seeds and foundation in this bitch and see what happens. And that's what he did. And now The Rock has put it out there that he wants to sit at the head of the table. And, everyone's like, Paul Heyman's first thing was call Roman Reigns, because now you got The Rock on your radar. Oh my God. And so where do we go from here? I personally think, just because where we're going to be for Elimination Chamber and everything like that, I think that's where they should have Roman versus The Rock for the championship, and then Roman goes through The Rock, and then we have Cody take the championship from Roman. And I could be dead wrong. Cody's story could be another year out. But then how much will that fizzle out? You know what I mean? Like, The Rock here, CM Punk's here. All this stuff is here now at our feet. And it's just like, damn. Royal Rumble's right down the road, literally weeks away. Then we have the WrestleMania Elimination Chamber. It's just like, my mind is like, holy shit. We got a lot going on, and The Rock coming back and saying, should I sit at the head of the table, definitely sets a lot of things in motion. Tell me what you think. Tell me what, I as much as I think Rock and Roman is a big draw for WrestleMania 40, I think that's not fair to Cody. Cody versus Roman at WrestleMania 40. Let The Rock be a challenge to Roman on the road, especially where Elimination Chamber is going to be. That's just my thing. Is like, that's a huge match, especially for overseas, out of state, and everything like that. Roman versus The Rock at Elimination Chamber. Randy versus Roman, or maybe a fatal four-way. We shall see. Like, a lot of things are happening this weekend. Triple H has a big announcement. CM Punk's is going to be here on this special show on Thursday. A lot going on to kick off the new year, and The Rock is here and wants to sit at the head of the table, and I was just like, damn. Whew, and after that, I was like, ooh, the vapors. Whew. Drew's backstage getting ready. Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark versus Tegan Nox and Natalya. It's okay. Shayna, Zoe for the win, kind of thought. But now we get into the main event. The World Heavyweight Championship. Drew McIntyre versus Seth freaking Rollins. Oh, great match. Really great match. I feel for Drew McIntyre because this has all been building on him. Now he has no excuse whatsoever. He was beat 1, 2, 3 by Seth Rollins. Even with Damian Priest coming out, I was like, is he going to cash in? No. Claymore kick. Dom's thrown over there. And Drew about to do some damage on the table, but no, Seth got him with the pedigree and throws him in the ring, and 1, 2, 3. Drew looks devastated. Then I was like, is Damian going to cash in now? Nope, Damian doesn't cash in now. And it's just like, oh. And you know what's funny is like, after The Rock, I was like, oh, I'm spent. Oh, I'm gonna sit here and just enjoy this rest of this day one. All of a sudden, Damian's music hits, and I'm like, oh shit, the Money in the Bank. So, wow, a lot to unpack here, a lot going on. Cody Rhodes versus Shinsuke, Becky Lynch versus Nia Jax was awesome. Ivy Nile versus Rhea Ripley was awesome, and Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins was awesome. 5 out of 5, Raw Day 1, January 1st, 2024. Michael Cole, Wade Barrett, we're in San Diego, baby. And January 27th is the Royal Rumble, brother. So 5 out of 5, great show. We got CM Punk next week. I want to see what the special thing is this week. Still got New Year's Evil. Then we have New Year's Revolution for SmackDown. It's going to be a good week. And the fallout of AEW's World's End. So I'm all for it. I'm all game. So tell me what you guys thought of the show. Drop those comments below. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. Share it with your grandma. Share it with your grandpa. Share it with the bum down at Walmart. I am KMB the Sexy Ninja. Go to ProWrestlingTees.com/New World Podcast. Get yourself that sweet nWp logo. And remember that the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
Should The Rock sit at the head of the table?